like to pick up for different dogs too. Hey everyone, it's been a while since I've done a vlog. It's just been busy. Thanksgiving was busy. It's now December. My child was born in December, so it's just been a whole chaotic mess trying to figure out when to plan Christmas and then plan her birthday. So didn't really have time to vlog, but I did have videos that need to get posted, so I just posted those. And then I was posting shorts too, to like make room to separate for the videos, so that way, you know, people had content. But today is the 16th of December and I have an appointment. So I'm just sitting in my car waiting to go in. It's at 9:15, but I'm here at 8:45. In the meantime that I'm here, my mom and my daughter are at the dealer because my sister's car kept going in and out. So I was over there with them for a little bit, and now I'm here at my appointment. I'm just going over my blood work that I got taken done a couple months ago, or no, last month. But yeah, so we're just pretty much trying to plan things, figure out how or where we're going to do things. We're like not really planning Christmas because my brother's girlfriend is expecting baby number 2. So we're kind of like, ooh, it'll be like a great Christmas or like a great birthday gift for my kid, and she'll have a baby cousin for her birthday. But we're also not sure babies will be doing their baby stuff and come when they want to come. So it's just like a waiting game to hear. I know my kid wants to celebrate her birthday for sure on her birthday, which is on a Sunday. And I'm just like, I'll make it happen, but if the baby comes, we might have to like hold off for a couple hours before we actually celebrate your birthday that day. I do have something planned the day before. I, during Halloween, entered into a contest, and I didn't really hear anything that the lady said, so I kind of feel bummed that I don't really know what it was until she called me. But I did have somebody else's child with me while we were doing downtown trick-or-treating. So when I entered in, my mind was just like, where are the kids? Where are my kids? Like, my kids, where are they? Like, you know, because they had left me in the store, and I'm just like, oh fuck, they're gone. So I just quickly signed up some things and just kind of like threw it at her, and I was like, God, I'm so rude. And then like I ran after them, and I'm like, where? And like it was so funny because like I looked directly at my kid's friend and I go, where did she go? Because her friend was the only one that waited for me. And she was like, I told her that we should wait for you, that you were still inside, but she didn't believe me. And I was like, of course she didn't believe you. But my kid's like the only child. And so her friend, being the youngest out of her family, she has like 2 or 3 other siblings that are older than her. So like, she's really good at waiting. She's very patient. She knows that an adult needs to be near her at all times. My kid does too, but when she's excited, and I feel like that's all, with all kids in general, not just a single child home, but when they're excited, they go all out and they tend to forget that they need to listen. So Halloween night, I had to like constantly keep putting her in a place like, hey, keep the shit up and we're gonna fucking go home because I'm not in the mood for this shit. But other than that, that's when the contest was, and I found out, I want to say the beginning of this month, I found out that I had won, and it's just like free massages and free facials. And I'm just like, yeah, I'll just bring my kid, because like her birthday is the next day, so like it would be fine. So her and I get them for free, and I think it's only for an hour. And then after that, my kid has a manicure appointment that same time, or not at the same time, like an hour later. So she's like, we'll just hit them both on the same day. One's free, the other one's probably be like $100. It'll be fine. But yeah. And then she wants to spend time with her friends on her birthday, but she hasn't exactly told me what the plans are. And I'm just like, I need you to tell me. And then she's like, well, I'm waiting to hear if my aunt tells me if they're having the baby. And I'm like, that makes sense too. So all of our planning is around when the baby comes. If the baby comes and they're in the hospital, we're going to the hospital and celebrating it, celebrating Christmas and her and, you know, my kid. And if the baby comes after or on the day of her birthday, then, you know, we're gonna celebrate 2 birthdays in one go. So but yeah, I don't know if today I'll continue taking you guys along, but I mean, we're not really doing much besides, after I'm done here, I'm gonna call my mom to see if she's still in the shop, and if she is, I'm gonna go home, go feed our pets, because we didn't feed them this morning. We literally left at 7 a.m. to get my sister's car in, and when I left the dealer to come to my appointment, they already were doing the servicing. Like, they were like inspecting it and why it was like not shutting off and stuff. We honestly think it's the battery, because this is the 3rd time within last week and this week. So it started on Friday, so this is the 3rd time that I had to jump start the car. But yeah, we're definitely for sure thinking it's the battery. My mom thought it was the alternator, but I looked at her and I go, why would the alternator not start the car? Like, I don't know much about cars, but I've also never had an alternator problem. I only had a car battery problem. And I told her, I was like, it's so funny that you say that to me, because my car ran all day the day that my car wouldn't start. And then the next thing I know, when I got home and I just sat in the car, because I was like, I only have an hour before I have to go get you from work. So I sat in the car in our driveway just waiting. And then as I was about to like go to get her and text her like, hey, I'm on my way, I started my car and my car wouldn't like turn on. It wouldn't like kick on or anything like that. So I told her, I was like, it's just so weird, because my experience with a dead battery is completely different than her experience. Because I'm telling you, I had that car on all day long that day. I had it turned off, turn it back on. It, you know, it worked. And then just that one time, and I immediately was just like, oh, my battery's dead, because none of my lights turned on or anything like that. So I just knew my battery was dead. But my mom was just like, it's the alternator, it's the alternator. And I'm like, I don't know what the alternator does, but I don't think it has anything to do with the battery. And she's like, well, it can, you know, it can like make the car not start and all that stuff. And I'm like, wouldn't it still start the car at some point? Like, you can, like, with my car, I couldn't even like have it half on, you know what I'm saying? Like, not the engine running or anything like that, but like on, like, that's what I mean. Though, like, my lights weren't on, my radio wasn't on, like nothing turned on. That was the same thing with my sister's car. So I kept telling her, I was like, it's the battery, Mom. She's like, no, it's the alternator. And I was like, even if it was with the alternator, some part of the vehicle would be working. There is nothing working with her car, or at that time my car. So I was just like, it's the battery. And then when we got there, I was like, I told you it was the battery. For me anyways. And so yeah, I'm thinking it's the battery. She's hoping it's not the alternator. And I'm like, I don't know why you go to the alternator all the time. But if I remember correctly, when my mom's alternator went off, it went off while we were just going down the hill in the middle, like down the street, going down the hill. And that's when the car like stopped working. And I was just like, I remember being scared because it was in the middle of winter and we were on ice when it happened. and so she had to like swirl to get past a vehicle in front of her, and then she had to like gently ease into the curb, and she had to like put her emergency brake on to stop the car because nothing was working. Like the brakes wasn't working, the gas wasn't working, so she had to like put her emergency brakes on. And then we waited, and luckily there was a cop behind us, and he had pulled over to like assist us, and he was like, everything okay? And she's like, I don't know, the car just stopped working. But yeah, and I was like only maybe like 13 when that happened. So yeah, like I told her, I was like, I feel like an alternator and a battery do two different things when the car like shuts off. But and then lo and behold, with that vehicle with my mom, like a whole bunch of shit was wrong with it. The alternator, battery needed to be replacement. It was just a bunch of stuff, and she had like traded in because it was just too much money at that point. But that was before she realized that she needed to actually keep up with her maintenance. And it was that day too that she was like complaining about it. I was just like, my baby's gonna have their appointments when they need the appointments. So and I've had this car for 10 years and nothing bad has ever happened to this car. So, and that's because I kept up with my appointments with the vehicle. So if you don't keep up with your appointments with your vehicles, keep up with your appointments with your vehicles, because then you won't have a whole list of shit to do when the time comes. And you know what's best about that is that now you don't have to like pay up front. Like you pay like a portion of it, but like you don't have to pay like all of it up front, because now they have loans. Just get the loan. Don't be embarrassed to get the loan. I know people are just like, loans, you know, like they fuck up your credit and all that stuff. But honestly, if you keep up with your loan payments monthly, it builds your credit. Just get the loan. It's a lot better than a fucking credit card, because they charge you constantly for a credit card. Get a loan, okay? Especially for a car. Don't be afraid to just be like, hey, I need a loan for this. When I had to get my oil changed, and it literally happened right, like the light just popped on right when I had just spent all my money for my kids' dances, and I was just like, well, come to your dealership, give me that loan. Like I had money to pay like a portion of it before they accepted the loan. That's what I did. And then like the next check I got, I just paid it all in full, because usually I can pay for an oil change. They're not that expensive. But at that time, I was just like, I don't want to run my car without an oil change. Like, I am that person. Like, this car is my vehicle baby. I will treat it like my baby. So, yeah. And then, like, while they were doing, like, after I did that, they told me, like, all the stuff that I needed. And I said, you know what? Let's start with the most expensive stuff first. The next time I came back, I'm going back, is when I need to get my tires, my brakes replaced. That's the most important thing. It's winter time now. The snow be icing. We can't even pick up dog shit in our backyard because it froze like real quick. So yeah. Although we are supposed to have like a small heat wave, so I'm excited about that, because then I get to pick up dog shit. Because I like to pick up 4 different dogs shit. I'm being sarcastic. I don't. But anyways, this is just me venting and everything like that. I'm not exactly sure this will be a vlog, like a true vlog, because I'm just venting. But yeah, I'll see you guys probably tomorrow. I don't know if I'll add anything to this vlog after my appointment or whatever, because we're just doing the appointments, homeschooling. I'm going grocery shopping. Sweet, short, simple day. But anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope you guys like and subscribe to my channel. Like this video, like all my other videos, watch all my other videos, you know, just be a part of the family. And I will see you guys in the next video. So bye.